Hello, welcome to jQuery tutorial, chapter 17, jQuery DOM manipulation methods, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the jQuery DOM manipulation methods, and also we're going to learn like one manipulation method, that is attribute method, and from that attribute method we are going to learn like how to set, retrieve and remove the attribute values using jQuery. So the jQuery DOM manipulation methods, it manipulates the DOM in some manner. So if you're curious, like if you want to know like what all the built-in methods which are present in jQuery, which are used to manipulate the things on the web page, you can visit this URL. So let me show you there. I've visited this URL, and this URL is going to return you a list of manipulation methods, which are present in jQuery. Using all these manipulation methods, you can edit your HTML page, or you can manipulate your HTML page the way you want. If you're curious to know like what all the methods present in jQuery to manipulate the things, then you can visit this URL. When you visit this URL, you can see a list of manipulation methods. You can visit them very easily. So now, without wasting much time, let me jump to presentation. And in this session, we are going to learn one such manipulation method, that is attribute method. Using jQuery attr method, that is attribute method, we are going to set or retrieve attribute values of the HTML elements. So without wasting much time, let me show you how our attribute method, jQuery attribute method, is going to work. So let me take a div element. Let me add a content called hello, and let me add another element. Let me add a break line. Sorry, it's okay, like let us have only one break line, and let me add a content to this telling like world. So to each of the div element, I'm going to add a title attribute, and the value I'm going to set it as div sample 1, and let me copy and paste to the second div also, but this is div sample 2. The titles are different. Now what I need to do is I need to get the attribute value. I need to get the attribute titles value. So how can I achieve that? We can achieve that with the help of attribute method, which is present in jQuery. So how do I retrieve the attribute value back? It's very simple. First I need to tell the selector what I need to select. I need to tell like select the div, dot, then call the attribute method. To this attribute method, I have to pass like what attribute value you want. Currently I'm having only one attribute, that is title. I need that title's value. So let me push this entire thing. Let me cut this and let me push this entire thing to our alert. Let me paste it here, and let me end up with a semicolon. Now let me push this page to the browser. Let me see how it works there and what it's going to return. It's going to return us the div sample 1. But I did not get the title attribute value of the second div. So why? Because let me go here and let me check out, like if I need to get the second attribute value of the second title attribute value of the second div also, what I need to do is I need to do one thing, that is first I need to tell dollar. I need to make use of each function. Each function is used to iterate the collection. So here I'm having two divs, so I need to iterate the collection, and I have to print the title attribute value of each of them. So I'll go with each function. Within the each function, I'm going to write anonymous function. What is this anonymous function going to do is it's going to take this alert. Within the alert, I'm going to tell like dollar fetch fetch the title attribute value when you iterate each of them. So I'm specifying this keyword there. Then I have to call that attribute method. To that attribute method, I have to tell like what attribute value you want. I need title attribute value. Keep in mind, a element can have multiple attributes. Right now I'm having only one attribute, that is title. So when I do Ctrl S, now when I go back and refresh, I'm getting div sample 1, and also I'm getting the title attribute value of the second div, that is div sample 2. So at that point of time, we need to make use of this each function. But apart from that, what we learned in this session is in this few minutes is like how to make use of this attribute value to fetch back the value of the attribute passed passed to this attribute method. Here we are passing the attribute as title, so this attribute method is returning us the value of this attribute title. Okay, so it's returning us div sample1 and div sample2. Suppose if you want to set the attribute value, so how do you do it? So let me take a separate example for that. Let me delete this. Okay, and let me erase this thing also. So now what I'll do is I'll take a image. Let me drag and drop this image present here. Okay, I'm dropping it here. Okay, it's a body tag. Now let's do Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, here you can observe very clearly we are getting a image. Reset to default, and here is my image. You can observe very clearly. Now what I'll do is I will take a width attribute and I'll set the value as 400. So to this right now I'll set a width and the value is 400 pixel or just 400. Let me go back and let me refresh. I've set the value as 400. I don't know why it's not changing. Okay, okay, let me set it to something like 100, only 100. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, here you can observe the image size is reduced, so it is not looking good. So let me go and set it to 300, and this looks good, right? Yes. Now let me refresh. Here the value of the image is 300, but what I need to do is, with the help of attribute method, I need to change the value of this attribute, okay, from 300 to 500 or 600. So how do I do it? So I have to make use of attribute method. So first I need to identify an element with the tag directly, that is image tag. So I'm calling the attribute. So I'm telling like, okay, take the attribute as width, and keep in mind set the value of the width as 600. Control S. Now let me go here and let me refresh. Here you can observe the value of the width attribute is changed from 300 to 600. And how did we achieve that? With the help of this attribute method. Okay, to the attribute method we have to pass the attribute name as well as the value what we have to set, separated by comma. So let me go and inspect this. Okay, we're going to developer tools. There, let me check out what is the okay. Okay, you can observe, okay, what is the image? Okay, width is 600 right now. Okay, so how it got changed? It got changed because of, and here also you can observe the width is 600. It's been changed to 600 right now. Okay, how did we achieve that? We achieved that with the help of this attribute method. To the attribute method we have to pass the attribute name as well as the value what we are setting, separated by comma. Okay, using attribute method we can get back the value of attribute, and also we can set the attribute value with the help of this attribute method. Okay, now what I'll do is I will okay, now what I'll do is I will just remove this. I'll just remove this. Now for example, what I'll do here is I'll take okay, what I'll do is I'll take a div element. Okay, to the div element what I'm trying to do is let me add a style attribute. Okay, and the style attribute, it consists of border 1 pixel, solid, orange. Let me go with 5 pixel, it looks good. And let me add the content. The content is hello world. Okay, now let me go back and let me refresh and let me see how it looks there. Yes, it looks like this. Yes, now what I need to do is I need to remove the attribute what I have specified to this div, that is style attribute. How can I do that? So let me show you. First I need to verify whether my DOM is completely loaded or not with the help of this document dot ready method. Control S. And now what I need to do is I need to identify an element div. Okay, then I need to call the attribute. So here I'm telling like, okay, select the style and set the value as null. Now when I do this, now when I go back and refresh, you can observe, okay, that style attributes is removed. Okay, the style attributes is removed. Why? Because I've set the value of this style attribute to null. So this border, whatever it's there, it's been removed. So this is not the good way. So jQuery is going to provide you a separate method if you want to remove an attribute, and that method is called as remove attribute method. So let me comment out this as of now. Okay, let me show you. I can achieve the same functionality in other manner with the help of attribute method, remove attribute method. So I'm telling like, select the element with this tag and then call remove attribute method, remove attr. So I need to pass like what attribute I have to remove. I have to remove just the style. Okay, control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Again we are getting the same functionality. Okay, now let me comment out this also. Now let me go back and let me refresh. We'll get the border as of now. But once I uncomment this, it's going to select this element and it's going to apply this method. To this method we have to tell like what style, what attribute I have to remove. Suppose it is having some other attribute like width, or okay, let me give it as width. It's 200. Let me go back. Let me comment it as of now. Let me go back and let me refresh. Okay. Okay, let me go at it. Okay, not a problem. Let me remove this width. Okay, let me add a title. That's good. Div sample. Okay, now when I over on this, I'm getting a title like div sample. Now my objective is I need to remove only the style attribute, but the title attribute has to remain. So what I need doing is I'm just passing the remove attribute method. I'm just calling the remove attribute method. I'm telling like what attribute it has to remove, the style attribute. Now let me go back and let me refresh. The orange color is gone, but keep in mind the title attribute is still remaining. It's showing you div sample there. Okay, now if you want to remove multiple attributes, then what you need to do is you have to just separate them by a comma. So here you have to specify title. If you need to remove the title attribute also, control S, go back and let me refresh. No, the title attribute is still remaining. I hope like this is not the way. Okay, it has to be just separated by space, I guess. So let me go back and let me refresh. Okay, this is not the correct way. I got it. Yes. Now let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe right now we are not getting the border, and also we are not getting the title attribute. Suppose if you want to remove multiple attributes, then what you need to do is within the codes you have to pass the attribute separated by a space. That's it. So this is how you can remove, you can set the attribute value, you can get back the attribute value, and you can also remove the attribute value with the help of methods present there. Okay, one is attribute method where you can get back the attribute value, and you can also set the attribute value. And if you want to remove the attributes, then you have to make use of this remove attribute method. And if you want to remove multiple attributes, then you have to separate them with the space. Okay, and this is what we learned in this session, and we learned the importance of attribute method, which is used to manipulate the things. Okay, and that's for the day. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer websites. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.